Hello everyone, this is Biswajit Talukdar from SportsKPI, and today we have a guest who is one of the top Indian football coaches. Here he is, Mr. Marcelino Pereira, sir. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for giving us time, sir.
Oh, hi, and pleasure is all mine. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. As the name of the organization suggests, Sports KPI, and KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, and is driven towards performance. And moreover, Sports KPI works towards the analytics parts, technology, data, algorithm. So I have a couple of questions regarding these topics, but for the later part of this segment. But first of all, for our viewers, if you could tell us about your journey so far in Indian football, that would be great, sir.
Yeah, sure. My name is Marcelino Pereira. I am from Goa, and for past 20 years, I've been working in the coaching line. I started my career with the Goa United Sports Academy. It is a village academy, and almost 9 years, I got to learn a lot of things from the senior coaches there. Then I moved on to one of the best sports school in Goa, St. Brito's High School, it is called. From there, I was, given an opportunity by Dempo Sports Club to work with their youth teams. I worked almost 3.5 years, close to 3.5 years there. Then I moved on with Churchill Brothers, where I was the head of youth development. There I spent a couple of years, around 2 years. And then I had an opportunity to train the senior team of the Sporting Club de Goa, who are playing the senior team in the professional league in Goa. And in between, as I was coaching different clubs, I was the head coach for almost 7 times of the Goa national teams. I mean, whenever we went for the state national, I had hosted almost 7 times. It's the women's and the boys team also. And now finally, for last 1 year, I am the head coach of the Gujarat Santosh Trophy team.
Great, sir. Great. And you also mentioned about Dempo, Sporting, Churchill Brothers, sir. So my question is, sir, these 3 clubs are one of the big names in Indian football, sir. So how was your experience there? Because managing these clubs are not easy, sir. So if you could tell us what were your highs and lows during this all period, sir.
Dempo was actually, I will say till date, one of the best experience of my coaching career.
Okay.
Because everything is managed well there. Everything is in place there. Your duty is to go and coach and get results. And when I was coaching at Tempos, yes, my under-16 team was the runners-up in the state league for Goa after quite a long time, actually. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was the best part. And to tell you the fact, Churchill was not bad, but the worst part came so far at the Sporting Club de Goa. With the senior team, everything was in place. We even reach there is a cup called Police Cup. We call it mini professional league. All the professional teams take part. And it's around, I think, almost 20 days or 1 month it goes on.
Okay.
So we reached the final of the cup also. But we lost the final on penalties to FC Goa, actually. But somehow I and the club officials didn't get on well, so I had to part ways. And it was only 3 months or 4 months experience was there, actually. So that was the real heartbreaking thing for me.
I think this is a question most of the people have asked you, but I will ask you again, sir. So let us go back to last year. So if I'm not wrong, the date is 28 November 2021. You're the head coach of Gujarat state team. You're playing against Goa. Goa just needed a draw to qualify for the Santosh Trophy. But what happened that day? If you could tell us, what was the mindset of yours and your team going into the game, and you won the game against Goa and you qualified, and it was a tremendous result for the Indian football, I would say, sir. Underdog like Gujarat qualified for the first time in 36 years. It was a great result, sir. How was it, sir? Tell us, sir.
It was a very nervous moment for me when we entered and it so happened like, our bus entered the stadium premises and we were just getting down, and the Goan bus entered the premises. It was a very nervous moment for me because my colleagues, I knew Anthony Levino, who was the head coach of Goa team. I knew the assistant coach. I knew the goalkeeper coach, and I knew a lot of players from the team. And as we walk along, we were not allowed to shake hands because of this COVID and all.
Okay.
Everybody was masked up and all that. So I just turned up and I told the head coach, that Anthony Levino of Goa, I said, in our language, I said, don't score too many goals on us. Huh?
Okay, sir.
I didn't knew what to do. The pressure was getting me actually, looking at the Goa team, but I had one thing in my mind, and I had told the GSFA members also. The first previous years, Gujarat was like punching bag, 7-0, 6-0 and all that. My first priority will be to stop that. And whether we lose or we win, but you will see some good football. And previous two matches, the first match was a draw for us with Dadar Nagar Haveli, and the second match with Daman and Diu, we came from behind. We were 1 goal down in the first half. We scored 2 goals in the second half. That gave us a boost. All the players were raring to go and all that. So here also my mindset was to, not concede many goals. Whether we lose maybe 1 or 2 goals, it would have been a good result for me, because it was my first year of this thing, and I had almost, I think, 2 months camp, less than 2 months. So in 2 months you cannot change, you cannot make a big change. But what I had done was I had mentally prepared my team to play against Goa. And I was every day, I was just, giving them motivational talks about how we can beat Goa, but we had a plan in place. We had a very good plan in place. I knew how Goa operated, how they played, and I had closely marked around 2 players, especially. One was the striker, who was very quick. I put a very quick left back also with him, and one was the stopper back, who was the one who was supplying all the balls, and he was the captain of Goa team, Shalom by name. He had been my student at Dempo. He was there when I was there. He was at under 16. Very brilliant player, very sensible and smart player. So we marked them closely. The striker's job was to stop those long balls from the stopper, and my left back's job was to stop his runs. The quick striker they had, stop his run, and we managed to do that. And the goal came at a very right time. I will never forget this. It was the 23rd minute of the first half. The goal came, and as you said, I will never forget the date also, 20th November, 28th November. Yeah, so 23rd, a good opportunity, and it was a midfielder, left-footed midfielder. These people, the Goan defense was beaten because he had a strong left foot. They anticipated him to make a touch on the right, but he did not touch on the right. He took a touch on the left, where 2 defenders were beaten, and a direct shot. So this was the thing. And then later on, we tried to observe a lot of pressure, and it would have been better result when we had 2 clear chances. But end of the day, the mental stress of my players also, I know the mental capacity also, we just missed 2 sitters, you can say. One was, I will tell you, he even 1v1 with the goalkeeper, he even managed to dribble the goalkeeper, but the awkward bounce hit his knee and the ball went out. One of my strikers. But I will say my Gujarat team put on a very good show. All the players, congrats to them. They gave their heart out. They were like, dying in the few minutes, but they did not give up. This is what is important.
Great, sir. Great to hear from you, sir. So how was your Santosh Trophy experience in Kerala, sir?
Yeah, it was well managed. I have also given an interview after the match. Well managed, food was good, everything was well placed, but only maybe it because of COVID situation, they wanted to do it in a quicker manner. But only there was, another 1 day or more days rest in between. it would have been better for all the teams, I'm saying.
Mhm.
Because what happens is there were 2 days break.
Mhm.
So the first day goes for the recovery of the previous match. Then the next day you cannot work out much. Maybe
Mhm.
little you will work on whatever footballing problem you want to solve. Maybe little you will work, and then directly the third day you go and play another match. So rest of the things, AIFF and Kerala Football Association managed very well. I
Mhm.
was happy and pleased the way they this thing, and I was more happy to see all the matches live.
Yeah,
That
exactly,
was a
sir.
great,
Exactly.
thing,
Yeah.
because previously we had never seen this Santosh Trophy live. And imagine, this is the oldest tournament, 75 years we have
Mhm.
celebrated.
Mhm. Exactly, sir.
So this is something great. What AIFF and all the all the partners who had their hand in making this Santosh Trophy a successful one. They did a good job. Congratulations to everyone.
Yeah, sir. Even SportsKPI broadcasted the matches, sir, in Facebook Live, sir.
Matches. Yes, yes, yes. I was speaking to someone from the production company, and I came
Mhm.
to know that Sports KPI. If I may say live, I also know Navin,
Yes, sir.
who have been my student of the first batch when I completed my AIFF D license coach educator.
Okay.
And I was having the first course, and he was one of the participants from Bangalore. And
Okay.
I had done it in Goa, and we met there. And since then, we have kept in touch here and there, and we keep on discussing footballing problems and what have improved. And it's a great thing to talk to him, because the analyzing part, what he's doing, is a great thing. And this is the
Mhm.
future of football, I think, analyzing.
Any Gujarat player to look out for the future, sir? If you would like to name it.
Yes, yes, correct. And this is like, two of my good. One is left back, as I've said, he have done a good job with Goa, and
Mhm.
one of my stopper. They will very soon go on a trial for Gokulam FC,
Oh,
because
great, sir.
yeah, this is a proud moment for me also, because Binu George, who was the coach of Kerala,
Mhm.
which won the Santosh Trophy, he have noticed them and he have called them. Very soon they will go there. And also I will like to, stress on my main striker who was playing, Jay Kanani, is a guy to look forward for. And also the left footer who scored a brilliant goal. He was the high scorer for us. He scored 3 goals in 3 matches.
Mhm.
And to continue his winning scoring record, he scored also one goal in the final round against Karnataka.
Mhm.
He is Prabal Khare. We have to look forward for these 4 players actually.
So, since you have spent so much time in football, so like, what are the changes, or I would say, how has football evolved, sir, in recent times?
Yeah, I would say that, football is changing in India, and it is
Mhm.
getting better. We can see how Indian senior team played, especially as coach Igor Stimac is
Yeah.
giving chance to this youngster. He is taking a lot of risk, but the youngsters are not letting him down. This
Mhm.
is the courage of a coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe the AIFF have given him freedom to coach your style and to play your players. So this
Mhm.
makes a difference also. I will tell you about my this thing experience with the Gujarat State Football Association. When
Mhm.
they approached me to take the Gujarat team, Santosh Trophy team, the first question I asked them is, what is my freedom to coach this team? And they said, sir, we will have a district tournament. You will have to travel around almost 20 days before the camp. That 20 days tournament is there. We will provide everything. You have to stay and select the team from the district. You will be the whole and soul to select the team. There will be another 3 selectors who will only help you and guide you to know more about the players. And when I did so, and the camp was there also they said, you will only have to ask what you want and we will provide, but the coaching style will be yours. Nobody will interfere. And I am really thankful to everyone, especially the Gujarat State Football Association Secretary, Sir Mulraj, who really supported. He was, anytime I called him or anytime he used to pick up my call, and in another next day or something, he will fix if there is any issue. So this is what may be happening to the senior coach also of the Indian team. And the results are being seen. But Indian football is evolving and Indian football is improving for sure.
Question. So our captain, Indian football captain, Sunil Chhetri, he has been performing at the highest level each and every year, sir. So what is it he is performing so at the highest level at this age also? Like he is 37 years, but he's still going on. So what is it, sir? And why others are not able to match it up with his level, sir?
Yes, there are few things through my experience I have learned where you can, have a longer playing career. First is discipline. I think he's very disciplined as far as, practices are concerned. Then second is proper rest. And third is your social life. A lot of footballers are lost on the way because their social life is, too hectic. I will just give an example. After a long and intense flying session, if you are not taking rest, what happens to the body?
Yeah.
The next day, you are not recovered. You are tired. Because you are young and strong and energetic, yeah, maybe you will at that moment of life, and so your career is shortened. I think about our captain Chhetri, he have a very good discipline, a very good what you can say, a very good social life, and he takes proper rest, which are three things. And then there are more like the diet, the proper, the proper conditioning, and a lot of things, family support. Everything comes in, everything comes in. But I am so glad, and he's like, my favorite player.
Yeah.
Actually, he has been my favorite player for a long time, because he can score goals, from places where you will not imagine. And as a coach, I will like to have players like him in my team.
Sir.
I don't have to do much.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't have to do much. He will die there on the field to, to get the team needed wins. And he will motivate also. He will motivate also all the team members. You can see it on the team. It's great to see him, and he is a great role model for the young footballers like this. Ashik is there, Liston Kolaso is there. Lot of guys. He is a great motivator for them, and I hope another at least 3-4 years he will be there to motivate and guide these guys till we have a proper striker who can take his place. Sir. I think I will want him, especially I will support him also.
Yes, sir. We are, sir.
Not only because of the record, but he will guide these people in such a way where it will be only helpful for the Indian football.
The technological part, the analytics part. So we at SportsKPI, we is a sports analytics company, and we work for the technology, data, algorithms. So with the rise of technology, sir, how do you see how the football gonna change, or it will shape up in the future, sir? What's your view in this one?
Yeah, I think technology will play a very important role in the future of football, especially if you see the European leagues like the Premier League of UK or England, we say, so much of technology is used. If you see, every match is recorded, every session, practice session is recorded, and they analyze the players involved, the coaches involved, everything involved. And if you see going forward also, and if you see our I-League, ISL clubs, the I-League clubs, now they are employing all this, analyzing companies to analyze them. And if you see also, most of the teams in ISL, I think almost all the teams in ISL, they wear the GPS tracking system.
Yes, sir.
So that they know exactly what are the performance level of football, and the coach will be in a position to plan his next session and to plan his game plan also. And when we say analyzing, the analyzer for the club will even analyze the opponent most of the time. And this technological part will help a lot. It is a big advantage for the teams, especially if you are playing crucial matches, like they say La Liga, Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's the very crucial match. And it's like the team which makes one mistake is sure the technology part comes in, the analyzing part comes in. So it is like that. Now going forward also, I think in India also, most of the clubs, ISL clubs are using it. Most of the I-League clubs are using now. Even, I had a word with Naveen also. And even I had put forth my demand with the JSFA also for an analyzer for the team. But let's see how it works out. Maybe very soon they are hosting the national games. And I'm in talks with them for the football team they want me to take over as a head coach. So let's hope maybe they will also use the technology part to some extent. Let's hope for the best.
The thing is, with the rise of technology, sir, with the data, algorithm and everything. So do you have a fear all these things will take over the traditional method? And I'm telling you in context of scouting, sir. Scouting, if all these things get over, sir, do you fear there will be like a huge change in scouting process?
Yeah, I think the change will come, and the most of the clubs in Europe and all, I just happened to go through on the net and all. Most of the clubs in Europe, they do scouting through, analyzing and through all this technology use. Yes, in the future also. But in the end of the day, it is always good to observe, physically, than to rely more on technology. Okay. But if you have the technology, you will, you will save a lot of time and energy and money also, to tell you the fact. And finally, when you have this much of information on a player whom you want to scout, maybe you can make a brief visit to where this player or whoever is in action, and come back, instead of going and spending more time watching him. Because with one scout or with one match, you won't be able to see much of him, at least 2 or 3 matches. So you will be spending more time. But if you have the analyzing part or the recording and analyzing or other technological part to see this person, to observe this person, then maybe you just make a quick stop, go check, or maybe you can invite that player or whoever you want to see, and it will be done much more cheaper and much more quicker also. But end of the day, I feel that there is what we can say, always seeing is believing. So physically presence and physically watching a player or any other coach or any other official, physically watching will be always better.
So this is a final question for this segment, and this is a very basic question, sir. So what's your view on the difference between an Indian coach and a foreign coach, sir?
I don't think, let me explain you, foreign coaches are, knowledgeable people, because their culture is that at the age of 6, maybe they start to play football. As far as India is concerned, we are starting at the age of 6, but before, in my days and all, we started playing proper football at the age of 15 and 16. So their culture is such that at the age of 6, so the footballing knowledge is little more. But as far as Indian football knowledge is concerned, about Indian football, I think Indian coaches are not very far as far as knowledge is concerned from the foreign coaches. See, I am not against foreign coaches, but I would like the Indian bosses who are the owners of ISL club or I-League clubs to put their faith in Indian coaches also.
Yes,
give
sir,
them
definitely.
chance.
Definitely, sir.
Give them chance, and it will be very motivating. Last year for Northeast, who was the coach?
Khalid Jamil, sir.
Yes. So I was very, very motivated to see him, I
Yes,
was
sir.
very motivated to see him. But whatever happened in the last few matches is different. We will not talk about it. But what he did in the initial matches was great to see.
Yes, sir.
Very great. Yes. And if more and more coaches are given a chance, Indian coaches are given a chance by the owners or companies who are running these clubs and all, it will be very motivating for people like me. We will work more. Yes. Some coaches, it's everywhere. Some coaches, we say, don't want to work that hard, especially at Dempos and all. Our technical director was a foreigner. He was from South Africa. And, the first complaint he had was Goan coaches were not punctual. Suppose if the practice session was at 4 o'clock, the Goan coaches will reach there at 10 to 4. He wanted us to be there like half an hour before. Yes, he was very about, he was, very particular about that. So he always had a complaint that, Goan coaches are relaxed and all that. Maybe some of them are. In one basket, all the apples cannot be good. Some will be, little bit rotten there. Huh? So like this, some coaches are there. But I will say there are a lot of coaches, lot of hardworking coaches who are there and who are ready to work. And the Indian mentality have to change. When the foreigner comes, he will change and he will, make the Indian football better. No, I don't think so. We are from India. We will have a good knowledge and a better knowledge of football, Indian football here. Okay. I don't mind, for the national team, a foreign coach comes. Very good. Because we will be traveling to other countries. We will be playing with foreign countries. Yes, we need some foreign knowledge there. But I think in ISL, I don't have a problem with foreign coaches. We also get to learn a lot of things. I have worked with a technical director and he was a good guy, very knowledgeable guy. Yes. So we get to learn also. But for how long are we going to depend on these foreign coaches for our clubs? ISL is being played in India. So I think more and more Indian coaches have to be pushed there as head coaches with a proper licensing process. If they have pro, yes, they are allowed to do it. So I think they should be given. I think the owners or bosses, we say, of the club should change the mentality.
Yes. On this note, we have come to the end of this segment, and it was great talking to you, sir. So before we end this segment, I would like to ask you one small thing, sir. So what's coming up next for you, sir? Any assignment, any projects coming up or lined up next for you, sir?
I am in talks with the Gujarat State Football Association. They want me to take over the football team in the national games now. So I've put forth my few demands a little bit. Okay. And I hope we will get in terms and very soon I'll be working with the Gujarat State Football Association again. And, last experience was really good. So I'm looking forward for the same and better experience in the coming days now.